Welcome students. So today let's discuss about the next cell organelle, that is the nucleus. So nucleus, it is the largest cell organelle, okay, and it is called the brain of the cell. Why it is called the brain of the cell? Because it helps in performing all the major functions of the cell. Now this was first discovered by Robert Brown, okay. The number of nucleus varies from organism to organism. In some only one nucleus is present, then we call it as monokaryotic or mononucleate. Sometimes two nucleus are present, then we call it as binucleate or dikaryotic state. Sometimes multiple nuclei are present, then we call it as multinucleate. Now when in animal cell multinucleate condition is present, then we call it as a syncytial cell, okay. But in case of plant, for example like fungi, some algae, etc., whenever more than 2, 3, 4 nuclei are present, then we call it as a cynocytic cell, okay. For animal it is syncytial and for plant it is cynocytic cell. Now the shape of the nucleus may vary. It may be oval shape, it may be ellipsoidal, circular, okay. It may be different for different type of organisms. Then about the position. Now when we are telling that this is the brain of the cell, this is the largest organelle, it is so important, so definitely it will be present in the particular position where maximum metabolic activities are present, okay. So maximum it is present in the center part where metabolic activities take place much more large in maximum quantity, so its position is in that particular thing. Then we come to the structure of the nucleus. Basically, the structure consists of the nuclear envelope, a nucleoplasm, nuclear matrix, chromatin and the nucleolus. Now, this is the diagram or structure of the nucleus. Now see, this outer layer, this indicates the nuclear envelope which is bilayered. That means it consists of two membranes, an outer membrane and an inner membrane. The outer membrane, it consists of ribosomes. It is not smooth throughout, it is attached to ribosomes, okay. It gives a rough appearance, where in contrast to that the inner membrane is not attached to any organelle, so this is smooth in appearance, okay. Then the distance between the two membranes, it consists of a particular gap that is known as the perinuclear space, okay. And in between this some interruptions or pores are present which are known as the nuclear pores. These pores are essential so that the substances can move from here to here. That means this is where it is present. It is present in the cytoplasm. So for the exchange of substances from the nucleus to the cytoplasm, these pores help them. Got it? Then next is the nucleoplasm. That means the matrix or the semi-liquid substance that is present inside this membrane or which is in contact with the inner membrane, that is known as the nucleoplasm. This nucleoplasm, it consists of various chemical substances, okay. Then again it consists of the nuclear matrix. That particular matrix also, it possesses various essential substances like the chromatins, okay. These thread-like fibers are present which will later condense to form the chromosomes, okay, which are the main hereditary substances. These chromatins, now they possess two types of what we call regions, okay. One is the euchromatin region, other is the heterochromatin region. Now that means depending upon their staining they are differentiated. So basically they condense to form the chromosomes which are the main hereditary units. Then nucleolus, this is a condensed structure in which the membrane is not present, and due to the absence of membrane it remains in direct contact with the nucleoplasm. Got it? So these are the basic structures, main structures of the nucleus, okay. So we have got the envelope which is bilayered, bimembrane, two membranes are there. Nucleoplasm, the substance which is gel-like substance present within the membrane. The matrix which consists of various types of chemical substances, the chromatins, that is the chromosomes which will condense to form the chromosomes, the basic hereditary structures which will contain DNA, and the nucleolus, which is condensed structure. Okay, so these are the basic things regarding the nucleus. Hope this video is clear to you. Go through it, go through the notes. If you have any problem, then please let me know.